It's July the 20th, 2025, and I'm still seeing Alejandro Garnacho links to Chelsea Football Club. I'm still seeing that scrub that struggles to even get in a 15th place Man United team get linked to my club. Now I don't know what is causing this club to look at Garnacho and think that he's a good player, because I can categorically tell you right now that Garnacho is a scrub. He's a scrub with the ego of fucking Ronaldo, right? He, if you told me 2 or 3 years ago Chelsea are linked to Garnacho, I'd have probably been excited about the move, maybe even optimistic about the idea of him playing for us. But guess what? This ain't fucking 2022, 2023 Garnacho doing overhead kicks against Fulham, right? This is 2025 Garnacho, who is toxic on the pitch, toxic off the pitch, and offers zero to Man United. Very similar to he's Sancho, but a terrible footballer and even worse off the pitch. So I don't understand why, in any world, we would still be appreciating or admiring the idea of Alejandro Garnacho. Now, Fabrizio's been obviously letting us know for a very long time now, for the last few months, maybe even close to a year, that we've been linked and close, and we like the idea of Garnacho. And obviously, Man United like the idea of Jackson. I think they were once linked to Nkunku. I just pray that whoever at Chelsea is leading the idea of us getting Garnacho, they stop. Because he doesn't start at left wing for us. He doesn't start. Well, he's only a left winger. I don't see him as a right winger or a 10 or a striker. He doesn't start over any of our left wingers. He's not better than Gittins. He's not even a good personality to bring into the squad. And I would assume that Man United would still be wanting 30, 40 million for him. It's not even an opportunity. It's not like we're getting him for 10, 15, 20 million and it's like, oh yeah, you're buying for that. Worst comes to worst, you sell him, break even. We haven't been seeing links of prices yet, so I'm speculating with 30, 40 million, but I can't see United selling him for 10, 15. I don't understand who at this club thinks that Garnacho is a good signing for us. I don't. And to be honest with you, it just feels like a stab in the chest. After winning the Club World Cup, seeing how good João Pedro is, seeing how promising Delap is, everyone seems to be clicking now. Reece James can stay fit. You know, we've just got 50 million for Noni Madueke. We're getting linked to 40 million for Renato Vega. But who at the club is deciding that Garnacho's the guy? I don't get it. And it just feels like the worst time ever to do this. The club, from the outside looking in, looks like it's been the most harmonic it's been in years, right? Under BOEHLY, we've had a lot of toxic dressing rooms, you know, and it feels like we've finally got a dressing room of players that, first of all, like each other and love the club and love the fans and trust the manager. Garnacho isn't any of that for Man United. So what makes us think that he's going to do that for us? I don't get it. Again, maybe there is something in this Garnacho player that I can't see. Of course, he's had moments of brilliance, but consistently he's been very average. You know, it reminds me of like a Pulisic or a Nicolas Pepe or a that sort of player where it's like, yeah, they might come up with a brilliant moment or two, or they might go on a run for a couple of months where they're decent, but consistently they're just average. But his ego and the way that he brings down the rest of the players around him, it feels like, to me, this is the sort of signing that we make, and it's a João Felix. You know, in a year's time, he's getting linked to random clubs. I mean, talk about João Felix. Where is João Felix? Where is João Felix? What happened to João Felix? I would rather João Felix play for us next season than Garnacho. I would rather João Felix be our key signing this summer than bring in Garnacho. To be honest, I don't even think we need anyone else. The only position I think we need to upgrade on right now is goalkeeper. I think Sanchez is a decent player, decent keeper, but I don't think he's the level we need if we're going to try and win Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. I think he's got a bozo in him. He's got a bozo moment in him. And for as good as he has been during the Club World Cup, you saw it in the final again, right? That moment where shaky, it just feels like we're targeting the wrong player there in Garnacho. I can almost guarantee you, if we do get Garnacho, we'll be paying him way more than the 20 million that AC Milan wanted for Maignan. Considering we just sold Petrovic for 25 million, bearing in mind. So we have the money to go and spend it on Maignan, who would be a starting keeper for us and would be a drastic improvement on what we have. Garnacho isn't a drastic improvement on what we have on that left wing. He's not better than Pedro Neto. He's not better than Nicholas Jackson. He's not better than João Pedro. He's not better than Gittins. Heck, he's not even better than Tyreek George. I would rather we keep Tyreek George in the squad than bring in Garnacho. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to rant about Garnacho for a couple of minutes, and I don't even know what to say, to be honest. It just feels like a stab in the back, and it feels like the sort of signing that you make when you're desperate. But we're not desperate. We don't need a left winger. You know, I would get this if this was a West Ham coming in for Garnacho that probably needs some wingers in their squad. Kudu's just left. We've got wingers. We don't need wingers. I don't even think we need a winger. Never mind a bang average one with a terrible personality. Garnacho is not the player we need. And in fact, I think if we get him, I already write us off from winning any major trophies next season. I just think he's that sort of player that would bring the morale of the squad down. Look, maybe he comes and completely changes the way he is and becomes a completely different player under Enzo Maresca and becomes a much better human being. But from what I've seen, him, even his brother seems like a knobhead. It just feels like the wrong player at the wrong time, or just the wrong player at any time. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow, probably with a video maybe talking about Renato Vega and the opportunity of selling him for triple what we paid less than a year later, which is a positive, but it's hard to look at positives right now when we're getting linked to players like Garnacho. And yeah, I'll see you a lot tomorrow. Peace.